And Jermaine, you mentioned players to watch, right?
Yeah.
So who are players that you are excited to watch in this tournament?
Okay, so of course, Christ. Um, how do you pronounce his name?
U- Ulai, I think.
Ulai. Okay,
Ulai, yeah.
Ulai of Trabzonspor. Very, very good player. I think a lot of people are going to be watching Diamande, so that's kind of an obvious one. But I think I'm at like the Ivory Coast. First of all, they have a lot of depth in their squad, so I think even the fact that Christ will stand out. He's yeah, for me he's a top talent. He can. Uh, there are gonna be, if Ivory Coast go as far as they can go in this tournament, there are going to be a lot of people knocking on Trabzonspor's door. That's potentially a great fee that they can make at the end of this tournament. You know, um, another player that I'm gonna do a complete 360 because I didn't even realize until earlier today that Uzbekistan made it to the tournament, and
Mhm.
they're probably one of the heroes to go out in the group stage. But I'm gonna back my guy Eldor. Uh, Shomaruro. Hey,
Oh,
listen,
no, no.
listen.
I was thinking, where's this going?
Wait, wait, no, no, no.
I was like, oh,
Listen,
okay, Kusunov. I mean, Kusunov is a place for big teams, so but
now
yeah, you could,
Kuznov is not. I mean, we already know Kuznov's talent,
yeah.
but Eldor, he's got 22 goals in the Turkish league this season. So I think, and he's also playing with one of his teammates. What's the guy's name? Abosek, Faiz
Okay.
Ulayev, Faiz Ulayev. They're both playing for Istanbul, so they got some chemistry there. And he's the captain. You know, he's somebody that I think has been written off. Like he went to Roma, played under Jose, scored. He didn't really do anything, didn't score any goals or anything. But he went to Başakşehir this season. I think he was there on loan, and he showed what he can do. He showed that he's still a decent player. So that for me, that's just a random one that I know nobody was thinking about, but I'm gonna throw it in
Yeah.
there just to remind guys, yeah, that he's there's still some decent player. There's still a decent player in him.
Okay.
You know what? That's a
Yeah,
left field one, and I rate that because
yeah.
yeah, like I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, big. If I think sometimes when you're the main man or main attacking option for a small country like that, and you gotta put them on your back, then yeah, it can pull
Yeah.
something out of you. How about you, Charlie?
Start with Ghana. There's two guys from Ghana. I think you'll have big tournaments. I've already mentioned them. Caleb Yerenchi. Yeah. If I think this is the perfect stage for him to really display his abilities. He's a hardworking fielder that has to get about. And I think he's very, he's easy on the eye because he's technically secure as well. And a lot of people look for that intensity when they are watching football. So I think he's gonna catch a lot of people's eye for the first time. Neoma as well goes without saying, in my opinion. Yeah, man, it's a very talented player, and it's another reason because of the style of play he had. The style of player he is very direct, very fast, and very good dribbler. And I think a lot of people they like to see that type of player. The electric spark that he'll bring to the team. I think they're definitely two players to watch. Christ as well. Christ is now, yeah, wonderful talent, very big talent, probably the best, you know, out of like the big three countries. If you take away England, Spain, probably the best young midfield talent in the tournament. Take away France as well. But uh yeah, I had someone else in mind. You might have to come back to me on this one. It
Fair
just
enough.
slipped my
I
mind.
have one. I have one. My shout, who I would put alongside as one of the best midfield talents in the tournament is, and I think he could be a real main man for Mexico. Is Gilberto Mora. Um, Only
Okay.
17 years old, but I genuinely think this guy, he has that kind of genius thing, like when you're watching a Pedri, when you're watching even an Iniesta type player. He's so smart, so technically secure. He's a number 10 who sometimes he's used, for his club in different roles, out wide, up front, whatever. But he's a real midfielder, in my opinion, who is ready to be the main man at 17 for Mexico. That's how highly I rate him. I think he hasn't been able to move to a big club yet, purely because, you know, you're not allowed to move before you're 18. And I think that's the only thing that stopped him. I think he can go right to the top. I think he's a Barcelona level player, Man City, you know, whatever, whichever team goes for him is going to sign a gem. And I think he's the type of guy that can have a real breakout tournament. Yeah, you were going to say
Oh
you thought
yeah.
of your
So
guy?
yeah, my last one was Mamadou Sarr, Senegal. I think he's a big talent at centre back. Obviously, he joined Chelsea in January, but you know, a lot of people been doubting him. He hasn't really, you know, hasn't had the easiest of starts. But it's a bit volatile there. You know, been changing managers and whatnot. But I just think he's got bags of talent. You know, bags of potential. Very good with both feet. Very solid. Good in the air. I think, you know, a team like Senegal who are going to be very solid. It's going to be easy for, you know, a player to him like himself to kind of steal the headlines and shine, you know. So yeah, I think he's gonna be a breakthrough talent in this tournament as well.
Yeah, I've got as my other shot. I've got another young talent for an African nation, who's a defender, and that's Mbokazi, who plays for South
Hey,
Africa.
Mbokazi, yes.
Yeah, I you know, come across him recently. I think you shared him, Charlie, and you know, watching him, he looks like a big talent. He looks like someone who can really. He's good on the ball as a centre back, right? He's left-footed, but he can also defend his wide areas so well. Like he can really shut down that flank as well. And those guys are so invaluable. Those guys are, because it allows you to play in a team that plays a high line. But he's also good enough at his passing is really good, really, really good as well. 1v1 defender.
I think the
I
MLS,
yeah.
because he's playing in MLS now. I think the MLS, like whoever is it, who did he go to Chicago or Philadelphia?
I
Which
think
team
it's
was it?
Orlando.
Oh
No, is it?
no, it
Oh,
was
Who
whichever team he
cares?
went to,
Yeah.
whichever team he went
Yeah,
to.
MLS. He went
yeah,
MLS.
He's
MLS,
gonna have
yeah,
fans. He's gonna have fans, and
yeah.
so he's gonna have some people that already
You're
recognize his
right.
talent.
Chicago.
Oh yeah, Chicago. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there are gonna be players that recognize his talent, and they're gonna be looking at him like, okay, South Africa, they can do something, because even the way South Africa play in general recently, they've been playing some nice attacking, flowing football. Like they have a very good team spirit, you know. So yeah, Mukwazi is a very good shout. I like that one.
Okay. And before we wrap up, any teams you think are gonna flop? Any teams you think overrated that you just think you know, people are rating them, but you just don't see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got one to start. I'll just say
Okay, go
mine
on.
is Switzerland, and maybe it's kind of a thing like I want them to, but because I don't know, I don't like how they play most of the time and stuff like that. They got some experience, you know, but I think certain players, like their key players, like Xhaka, I think he's quite overrated. I don't think he's like. I mean, he's always done well for Switzerland, but I don't think they're a real top nation. I like put it this way. I don't think they're as good a team as Senegal, Ivory Coast, Morocco. You know, if we're comparing to that, and I think their reputation is of one of those that can really go far. You know, I might be eating my words. Maybe they'll do it again, because they do tend to end up making the quarterfinals or something in a lot of these tournaments. But I don't think they're quite as good as they've been in previous tournaments. Any shouts from you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Belgium,
Belgium.
definitely Belgium.
Interesting.
They literally have like 3 good players in their squad.
Wait. That's harsh. Who are those 3 players before I could analyze it?
Doku, De Bruyne, and Lukaku.
Ooh, okay. I agree, Doku. I think Doku's the key man for them, right? And they're very reliant on him. But Tielemans,
But
come on, show some respect, man. Come on, what Tielemans? He's very good player.
I'm not really a fan like that.
I'm
I'll be
gonna do Onana.
Exactly, Tielemans or Nana. That partnership, you know, played club teammates, Aston Villa. You know, I think Tielemans. I think Tielemans is a key player. When I watch Aston Villa, they're a different team when he's not playing. So I think he's someone
Underrated.
Yeah, a bit underrated. Okay, I don't think they're gonna do well because of their defense. That's my reason. That's that I look at their defense and none of them are good. But I do think they could do okay because I think they can beat the smaller teams. I think they have a very easy group as well, if I remember correctly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got to like a last 16 quarterfinal even. Yeah, I could see them in the quarterfinals, but I feel you because people still have that kind of lasting memory of, the 2018 World Cup where they were neck and neck with France, literally,
Yeah.
like as the best two teams in the tournament. It's not that anymore. It's definitely not that. Yeah. How about you, Jermaine?
Uruguay. I don't really, they don't know. They over the years they had Forlan, they had Suarez, they had Cavani. Now they have Darwin Núñez. I
And
don't really
Pelistri.
see.
Don't forget Pelistri.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
See, so I'm not convinced that they're going to be much of a goal threat. I mean, historically they've always been able to defend, and Valverde can always come out any moment to shoot from anywhere on the pitch. But
that's a team with one good player. Valverde.
Yeah,
they literally have one good player.
So that one there,
If I remember correctly, I'm just gonna double check. I think they have a very easy group though. So Uruguay's group is they're in Spain's group, but then it's also Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde. So you would think they should at least be able to get through that. But I mean, you never know. Because I
would put on a little bit of money for them to go on the group stage.
Ooh,
that's
okay.
I don't like it because historically they defend. They like to defend and they can defend.
They got Bielsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what they can do in it. Because me, I'm not convinced by the squad. I look at the squad, then I'm not convinced. But let's see. I
love Bielsa, so I think he gives them. Maybe he'll have some weird ideas, some weird plans. Maybe he'll throw something in the air.
Yeah, maybe Valverde strikes a striker who'll sit just behind the. You never know. You never know. Let's see how it goes.
And just
to
finish off,
Bentancur, they got Jimenez.
Jimenez has had a lot of injuries, so I don't even know if he's there.
Which Jimenez? The defender.
Yeah. For last 3 or 4 years, he's hardly played for Atletico.
Yeah,
so
he's the captain.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just throw out a couple questions. Who?
Ugarte.
Who? All right, man. Okay, but yeah, I'll just throw out a couple of last questions. Yeah. Each of you, 1-word answers. Top scorer at the World Cup. Jermaine, go.
Haaland.
Okay. Charlie.
Come back to you. Come back to
me. All right. I'm going for Mbappe.
Okay. I'll go for Yamal.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Interesting one. I was thinking for Spain it could be Oyarzabal because he's
that's my guy. That's my guy. And no one ever respects him.
Yeah, he's a good player. He'll probably be starting up front this time, and I think he takes penalties for them as well. I'm pretty sure. So that's what I've been thinking about. Like, which of the top teams who takes penalties? Obviously, you got to mention Harry Kane as well. None of us have mentioned him. Like, but England, I don't see them scoring many goals. They just beat New Zealand 1-0 when Haiti beat them 4-0 less than a week before.
See, that's my reason for Harry Kane not being top scorer. I just think that it's going to be a lot of 1-0s. So
yeah, I hear that. All right, and best young player we've kind of mentioned. Who we think? Any surprise? Okay, and just to finish off, then a surprise. Does anyone see a surprise semi-finalist? We had Morocco in the last tournament. Previous tournaments, we've had Turkey getting quite far. Those types of teams.
What do you mean, like Haiti making it to the?
I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. But I mean, do you see it? Do you think it's possible?
No.
We're not there yet.
I think we're gonna have another African team. I'm gonna reach the semi-final. I'm quite confident about that because there are a lot of good African teams.
I like the shot you had earlier, Senegal. That's a good shot.
Okay. Ghana?
Hopefully.
It's possible. Yeah, hopefully. It's possible.
Let's go.
We
can win it, man.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
I don't
Who
think we
knows?
have
Who
the. I don't think we have the squad for that.
yeah. I'll be happy with. I'll be
I'll
happy
be,
with
I'll be able to get through the group. I'll be real.
through the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last 32. Give me callers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.